great, but actually,
more the better.
the more the better. And
Yeah.
I think that it's an intensely difficult thing to be able to say no to something like drugs out there. It's humiliating in the face of a bunch of people who are there experimenting with something. To say no puts you out in the cold as uncool, untrustworthy, out of the scene. I mean, and we're talking about the emotional process really here. I heard you talking about drug dealers and their ability to be very manipulative.
Yeah.
The way I look at this condition is that it is an illness. It's much bigger than the manifestations of it, the drugs, the alcohol, the eating disorders, the work, the gambling, the self-harming. There are 14 different addictions that are treated and considered to be addictions worldwide. And they have around 10 core characteristics. And you're looking at abstinence or, if you like, harm reduction as one aspect of looking at this illness. Don't smoke the drug or be abstinent, whichever way around you look at it. But actually the illness exists usually way before that. And I belong to a group of thinkers in this industry who would recognise an addict as young as 6, 7, 8, way before the drugs or alcohol kick in.
Is it like you've got certain emotional characteristics maybe, or you're easily led? What do you mean?
Well, what this is, it's kind of like if I could tell you very, very clearly, black and white, what it is, and you had a checkbox, I'm sure everybody would be dashing off doing the checkbox and residing on the side of I'm close to the edge of being an addict, but I'm not. There are 4 core causes, if you like, or contributory factors to addiction, and they can happen in any quantity, if you like it, but there are 4 key areas. One is a family predisposition, the family illness. There's no such thing as an addiction gene, I don't know of anyway, yet. But it travels through families like a musical ability or a theatrical bent. It's that kind of culture that exists in the families. Then you have the shape of the brain, the neurology, evidence coming through from the States around self-regulation of affect and behaviour. So the child that is the sensitive child, the child who feels excitement in extreme ways and, if you like, depression, the other end of the scale, in extreme ways. So they're the child that gets really, really excited and then goes off the scale or becomes very sad and isn't able to contain themselves. The other children can get excited and contain themselves, but these children can't because the part of the brain that's responsible for affect and behavioural regulation is not as well developed, and it's an invisible symptom. Then you have traumatic event. Now, again, you have your sensitive child experiencing traumatic event, and I'm talking about, if you like, not your big traumatic events such as a murder or a hostage taking or something like that. I'm talking about divorces and arguments in the family and family disturbance. The sensitive child experiences that in a different way to the child who hasn't got those sensitivities, that predisposition. So the family will say, I've brought my children up exactly the same. How come this child is the addict and these ones are perfectly all right? It can't be my parenting. And I will say to them, only one, and the 4th factor is the family environment. It is nature and nurture. It's the age-old argument. The environment has a massive part to play, but certainly in the last 15 years, with the advent of the internet and so forth, that environment is a worldwide culture. It's peer pressure, it's the culture. It's no longer simply the family environment, which traditionally we would say. So we have these 4 components, all in kind of different quantities that can bring about an addictive